by calling Holy Spirit is that He is the advocate, He is the Parakletos who intercedes for us. Today's Gospel presents Holy Spirit as the advocate. I just want to focus on that one word, the advocate. The Greek word is Parakletos, which means one who is called to be alongside of someone else, or one who is called to assist someone else. So that's why he is known as the helper, guider. Now, in order to understand this word and the role that the word signifies, we need to go back to Old Testament and then come back to New Testament. In the Old Testament, we have many instances. I would cite 3 instances where the word Parakletos is used and the meaning of that. The first instance is where in the book of Genesis chapter 18, where Abraham is pleading with God to save Sodom and Gomorrah. So here Abraham is acting as an intercessor, one who is pleading for. Then again, the second instance in the same book of Genesis chapter 20, we have Abraham and Sarah in a place called Gerar. And there at Gerar, Abraham is presenting Sarah as his sister, and Abimelech wanted to make his wife, and God appeared. Then we all know this episode. Then God said to him in a dream, "As I know that you have done this in the integrity of heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against, therefore I did not let you touch her. Now restore the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you." So here the word Parakletos is used as an intercessor again. And finally, I would like to bring about that incident in the life of Daniel, who prayed for the whole nation. Daniel chapter 9 verses 2 to 7, we have him praying for the whole Jewish nation. And in that prayer, he is acknowledging the greatness of God, acknowledging the sinfulness of himself and of the nation, and asking God to have mercy. Now, to understand in a greater way, in 1 John chapter 2:1, we read, "My little children, I am writing this to you so that you may not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous." So, what is the meaning of this Parakletos in this sense? What Jesus means by calling Holy Spirit is that He is the advocate, He is the Parakletos who intercedes for us. On our behalf, He pleads to the Father to have mercy on us, just like what Jesus would do, because the Holy Spirit is the helper promised by Jesus and given by the Father. And just like Jesus came on this world and took our flesh, after the promise, the Holy Spirit comes into our lives, comes into our heart, and take place as an advocate, and He pleads for us. Even when we are at the worst situation in our life, maybe because of sinfulness or maybe sufferings or temptations, whatever may be the situation, Holy Spirit intercedes for us, pleads for us, and His pleading would save us. Secondly, the Parakletos also being along with us means being within our hearts. He also transforms us. He transforms us so that we may be able to understand God's will in our life and able to help us to also to recognize the ways that we might go away from God. The world is full of temptations and distractions, and the Holy Spirit will be able to tell us which way to take, which path to take, and which one to avoid, as we are waiting for the day of Pentecost. Let us eagerly, earnestly wait for this advocate, this paraclete.